Alright, so I'm here at you again. This is my second little video for the day. Might as well go ahead and knock it out while I'm right here thinking about eBay. I just made an eBay video about the buyers. The sellers, now they got scamming sellers on there, so you gotta be careful. But I'm talking about Bitcoin right now because everybody want to try to call Bitcoin a bubble. But before you start going out and calling it a bubble, see, first, before I explain what Bitcoin is and why it's not a bubble, I'm gonna let you know that when you got people that's telling you to stay away from Bitcoin, people like Warren Buffett, you got people like Bill Gates. These people, it's already been proven that they enemies of humanity. For instance, Zuckerberg, he's building AI, you feel me? And now AI and Bitcoin is basically attached to each other, whether you know it or not. The artificial intelligence is basically in its infancy stages, and it's going to continue to grow. That's AI. So Bitcoin is attached to AI, which is a baby. Bitcoin not going nowhere. As much as the AI is going to grow, the Bitcoin is going to grow just as much with it. Now understand, Bitcoin has not really went through no true bear markets yet. But what I'm saying is, alright, get back to the point before I start explaining what Bitcoin is. Now you got certain people that's trying to keep you away from Bitcoin because they selfish. They don't like competition. They mostly invest in and push monopolies. You understand what I'm saying? These type of people, they don't want you to be on the same level they is. So of course they're gonna tell you Bitcoin is a bubble, stay out of it, stick with stocks. They're gonna tell you all this because they know once you start buying Bitcoin and you can compete with them, they're gonna be obsolete because they weak without their stolen money. It's all stolen. That shit is all generations of wealth. This shit is stolen. If you get your shit legitimately, you understand what I'm saying? If you working hard to build yours and you're not stealing, and you understand what I'm saying, you're not doing no corrupt shit to get your money, you gonna catch up to them real quick. They not working. They not producing no products. You understand what I'm saying? They going in companies and they basically extorting the owners to give them money so that they can extort other people with the money that they got from them. Hey, it sounds complicated, but I'm gonna get into Bitcoin. Now, the reason why Bitcoin is not a bubble is because, see, you need to understand how the economy works. All right, now, when you got Ford, for instance, you got Ford Motor Company. They make cars, they make trucks. People need those trucks to get back and forth to work every day. So as long as Ford is making cars and trucks, people that need those cars and trucks are going to buy cars and trucks. That's what keeps the economy going. That's the reason why Ford is able to stay in business all these years, because they have a unique product that they sell. It was unique when they were selling. Now everybody sells cars. But they got their baseline customers. You understand what I'm saying? They got their customers that's going to buy Ford, period, point blank. That's how the economy ran. So if you invest in Ford, you invested in, each year you have some kid that might turn 18 who father like to drive Fords. So each year you got a bunch of 18-year-olds that now they want to buy Fords. So each year Ford is increasing its customer base, which allows Ford to grow. It allows Ford to add money onto its yearly revenue. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what makes the stock price go, because the more people spending money with them, that's the more money that they have basically in an account to pay their investors. Because when you buy stock, you basically like an indirect investor. You feel what I'm saying? So when you look at the economy on tangible goods versus intangible paper, because that's all Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, and it's not really a commodity. It's more like it's paper. It's paper securities, but it's just electronic paper security. So now that's why I'm ready. That's why I'm ready to show you how Bitcoin might not be a bubble. How they trying to make us people who don't know who don't really understand what's going on with it. They trying to keep us as far away from it as they can while they stack up these billions. And then when they stack up the billions, then they gonna tell you, oh, Bitcoin is the most wonderful thing ever. It's the most greatest thing. It's a new technology. With every new technology, we don't know what the future holds. So it's gonna potentially have some type of setbacks that if we attend to it, we can fix it and we can get the shit back running the way it was. All right. So with that being said, we need to understand how Bitcoin is created to understand why it's not a bubble, because it's not just like, just this thing that's just out there and it's just growing for nothing. It's growing because people are starting to use it. Now, Bitcoins are mined. You understand? You need a computer. And what it is like mathematical equations, or it's just different type of equations that the computer solve. Complicated equations that the computer solve. To me, my opinion, that's how AI is learning. So they reward you for everything that you teach them. So with each, what they call them, I forget what they call them, but we're going to just use the word problem, like a math problem. You understand? Equations, that's what they call them. They solve these equations on the block and it starts a new block. That's where the blockchain technology comes. So that block is going to tell you who mined their first Bitcoin, how long they've been doing, what was the equation, all that. It's going to have all the information in the block. Henceforth, the blockchain. You find what I'm saying? So from that first block, and then you got the second block, which, all right, so the person who mined it is 9 times out of 10 going to sell that Bitcoin that they mined to somebody in the general public. Somebody in the general public, they're going to buy it. So a new block is started. So the person that bought that one, they're going to be on that block, and the person that sold it, they're going to be on a new block. All right. Long story short. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. So with that being said, how could it be a bubble if the people that are mining Bitcoin is getting new Bitcoins every day? So basically, the amount of Bitcoins that are on the market is growing every day. And we don't even know what's the amount that they're growing by, because you have miners who, and they call it labs. You don't know how big these people labs are. Some people, you can have 50 computers mining. You understand what I'm saying? And it's to the point now where they doing remote mining. So they using artificial intelligence, and they using these bots to take over these Android devices and these smartphones. They actually using maybe your smartphone. They might be using your smartphone to help them mine Bitcoins, because it's all about these computers, these electronic brains solving equations. So the more electronic brains attached to the Bitcoin mining process, the more Bitcoins it's going to be. Now, with that being said, it could be a whole bunch of Bitcoins just growing and stacking, but if they don't end up in the people's hands, the price is never going to go up. You need to understand that. So with that being said, just let me put this on record. I see Bitcoin destroying everything we know about money if we don't get a handle on it, if we don't understand, if more people don't understand it and guide it a way where we can all agree on. But Bitcoin is not going to bust. I don't see a bubble pricking, because, like I said, if it's, for instance, if I'm mining, if I got, everybody don't got the same type of heart I do, but I'm a real human. I got a heart. So if I'm mining Bitcoin and I see the economy is just getting so fucked up that something gotta be done, I'm gonna inject some of them Bitcoins into the economy. You understand what I'm saying? And it might temporarily knock the price back down, but as them Bitcoins get in people's hands, the price gonna grow even more. So with this bubble thing that they talking about, I believe it's gonna get to a point, and then it's gonna go down. Okay, everything that goes up must come down. I don't give a fuck if it's 1,000. I don't give a fuck if it's 10,000. I don't give a fuck if it's 100,000. No matter what the point, they gonna say is a bubble just because it come back down. Anything that go up gonna come back down. Plain and simple. So with that being said, if it get all the way to 100,000 and then it drop back to 90,000, they calling that a bubble? It's not a fucking bubble. It's the natural way that shit goes. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get scared by what these people is telling you, because they don't want you to be interested in it, because they know that they need to be in it long enough to be able to take over the system. You need to get in it while they getting in it, while the price is what it is, because once it get unreachable, there's nothing you're going to be able to do. They trying to keep you out of Bitcoin until the price get unreachable, where when you spend $100, you getting a 0.00000001% of a Bitcoin. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want it to get that point, because basically you spending your money for nothing. But with all that said, you understand what I'm saying? You don't want Coinbase. I don't fuck with Coinbase. And that's why I wanted to make this video really about Coinbase, because I'm not trying to bash them because I don't like them. I want to like Coinbase, but they already centralized. They already got government controls on them. Now, when you go to Coinbase, they ask you for IDs, they ask you for social security numbers, they ask you for passports, they want you to take a picture of your bank statements, they want you to take a picture of yourself holding your passport, they want you to do all this crazy shit to get on their system, right? But they centralized, they been regulated by government powers. Understand that. So, last week, what's the day? The day is December the 5th. Last week, the government, I'm sorry, let me correct that, because the IRS is not part of the government. The IRS just asked for the account information of 10,000 Coinbase users. So understand the implications of this shit, because when you're using Coinbase to try to buy your Bitcoin, just know that the whole purpose of Bitcoin is called cryptocurrency for a reason. Cryptic, meaning hidden, like, you know, it's hidden, basically. Is like a secret coded message that you have to decode. So when you use the word cryptocurrency, the whole point of it is keep your identity safe, secret, and, you know, be able to do what you want to do with the technology that's obviously here and free for everybody to use. There's not no laws against it, but they trying to make certain shit illegal. They trying to make people feel like they did something wrong by investing in these Bitcoins. Don't let that shit scare you. These motherfuckers is crazy. You got to give them your identity so that you can buy into this system that's not even supposed to be centralized. It's supposed to be decentralized. That's the whole point of it, to go against the currencies created by the IRS and the Treasury and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So we basically competing. We competing with the dollar. The dollar, it goes up and down. Gold goes up and down. Bitcoin has gone up, surpassed the dollar, it surpassed gold, it surpassed the Dow, not the Dow yet. It surpassed the NASDAQ. Is looking to surpass the Dow. Think about it. Now, like I'm saying, and I'm ready to end this video because I'm trying to get you to look at the difference between paper securities and just basically tangible property. Paper securities, Bitcoin is classified, to me, in my opinion, as electronic paper currency. Now think about it. Any analog system versus any digital system, digital is going to win 100% of the times, because is adjustments that could be made to digital. Unlike analog, which I take a whole bunch of technical expertise to make adjustments, digital take those technical expertises too, but it's so simple to make those adjustments that is basically effortless. So what I'm saying is, yeah, you'll get the NASDAQ going up to 5,000. It's all analog. It's all based off, you know, analog, manual labor stuff. Bitcoin is not analog. It's digital. Everything is damn near automated. You need to understand that. There's a difference between our human thinking and the thinking of an AI robot. It's the biggest difference in the world, and that's what we need to understand. This Bitcoin is not no bubble. If it go down, it might go down for a little bit the same way it been doing. It went up to like 5,600, and then it dropped back to like 4,500. So they trying to call that a bubble. Right now it's at like 11,000. It might go back down to 10,000. But after they hit that 10,000, it's going up to 50,000. Once it hit 50,000, it might go back down to 45,000, and then it's heading up to 90,000. It's gonna keep doing the same thing. It's been doing the same thing. It's a trend. It's a pattern. If you pay attention to the pattern, you can see it. I can see it. I know it. I've been looking at Bitcoin for some time now. I just don't like the fact that they charging all these fees, and they got this little complicated process on how to get in. I don't like the fact that Coinbase, one of the biggest and cheapest exchanges or places where you can buy Bitcoin, I don't like the fact that they centralized and they being regulated by government. So anybody that's invested in it, you need to know that Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, Coinbase, that is the government. Leave them alone. Mess with something like local Bitcoin or Bitcoin Lago, or just do your search and try to find some that's basically not regulated. Because with the regulation, it's going to come a bunch of problems. The IRS, they're going to be coming to raid people's houses just because they have your information. It don't necessarily mean you done nothing wrong, but it do mean if they come to your house, you're going to have to fight them. And if you have no clue on how to fight them, you're going to lose. So it's just plain and simple. Do your research, invest. Don't believe this shit these people telling you out, because you're going to miss out. I'm trying to tell you. So that's my word. That's what I got to say. I'm gone. I'll catch you on the next video and keep you updated on Bitcoin, etc. Peace.